What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Heron Heads podcast. My name is Julio, and I'm joined today by some friends and fellow Inter Miami fans, Dave, Chris, and Jose. And on behalf of the guys, wanted to thank you for stopping by and joining us on the Heron Heads podcast, your first stop for all things Inter Miami, powered by 786 Sports. And before we get into the shellacking that Inter Miami took at the hands of Orlando City, I want to take a moment to talk to you about Floofball. Yes, Floofball. This episode is brought to you by them, the up-and-coming dog toy brand for football-loving pups.
Floofball makes soccer-inspired plush toys and bandanas, right here, so your dog can rep your favorite team right alongside with you.
Their Floofball Miami collection is perfect for match day, featuring a pink plush soccer ball and team-style bandanas that scream, Vamos Miami!
Whether you're at the park or watching the game from the couch, your pup will be looking like a true 12th man.
Grab your pup the soccer kit they deserve at floofball.com. That's FLOOFBALL.com and receive 10% off your purchase with code Heron Heads at checkout. Head over to floofball.com and use Heron Heads for 10% off your first purchase. And with that, we want to thank our chief Heron Heads, Jose. Relax. I know you want to glaze Orlando. You already mentioned it to us in the pre-show. But we got to thank our chief Heron Heads, Chow and Mighty V. Thank you guys for your continued generous support. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you'll find a link in the description wherever you are listening. You'll also find a link to our Discord server, which was going wild tonight with the performance that was. And you will find some other links like our merch shop. You can get a cool sweater like this. It says Heron Heads, and like Chris's shirt, and like other stuff. So check that out if you're interested. And yeah, Jose, take it away.
I mean, just talking about Floofball is probably the happiest thing we're going to talk about on this show today, because everything else was just so abysmal. Just the performance that we had was just we just didn't want to show up today, and it's a shame because I felt like we were a few halftime adjustments away from possibly going the other way with the game, right? Like I like to think that with Messi we could have had a different outcome, but I think Orlando in general they are on another level from what we've seen from them through the Messi era. This is probably the best that they've been, and it's annoying, right? It's a rival, and they seem to be getting it together while our best player is not healthy, right? So It's a stupid thing to say, because ultimately the last game that we played, we're all pretty excited and happy about the way that we played without Messi. You saw bits and pieces of it today, but then it also went off the rails right around where Fafa and Luis Suarez. I thought they were going to swing at each other at that point. And you know what? That probably would have been a better showing than what they did today. Ultimately, right? Just an embarrassing 4-1 result. To a fan base that they're very annoying, and yeah, it's just 3 hours away from us. They just annoy me.
Yeah, overall, man, the lineup when we first saw it, at least me, I loved it. I thought the lineup was perfect. I thought Mascherano nailed it. The best you could do, in my opinion, with choking. In my opinion, without Messi out there, and
that's what they did. That's what they did today.
Yeah, big choke job. And yeah, they flubbed it completely. It was ugly showing. I thought the first half was really good, actually. I thought it was exciting. Towards the end, the momentum was on our side. Orlando's kind of losing composure. I thought that was very good for us, in my opinion. But second half, they just came in flat, and no one could really do anything. A lot of missed chances. Allende was worse than a traffic cone tonight. He couldn't get anything done. Balls were bouncing off of him. He was making horrible passes. He couldn't complete anything. Suarez turned back into a pumpkin. Last match, he was very good facilitator role, and then all of a sudden today, he probably touched the ball like, I don't know, not even 10 times, if that.
11 times.
Yeah, so it's just
maybe
horrible. The attack was toothless attack, and our defense was not great at all.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you see it on paper and you're like, okay, this is a good formation, good job, Mascherano. That's half the battle. But I don't think you can take account for the goalkeeping being as bad as it was today. the back line looking completely in shambles. Like even though you had the right players in there, the duo at center back, unfortunately, Falcon and Noah Allen looked lost the majority of the match today. Allende's issues that we saw today are the same issues that we've been having with him for a long time now, in which he doesn't seem to gather the ball. There are several times where you're in transition and he just can't continue with the ball. He can't put a good foot on the ball when it's time to strike it. He seems to be clamoring for the bench just to get his head right or something. And I thought throughout large stretches of this match, the midfield was actually really, really good. So it's a shame that the wheels kind of fell off of this one at the end. But Mascherano, I give him a pass tactically with the setup. But my God, when it comes to substitutions and the timing for the substitutions, that's where I really put the blame on him there. It's just that he either takes too long to make the subs, and even in today, like 50% of the subs that he made, I agreed with, but 50% of the subs I vehemently disagreed with. It's like, okay, you take one player, oh, I forgot who it was that he took off the first time. Like he took Falcon off. I
He
was
took off Segovia and Falcon.
Exactly. Falcon I was all right with because he had the yellow and he was already, you could tell he was lagging. So it's like, okay, it makes sense to put a defensive sub for him there. But then you take off Segovia when Allende has been a disaster. So
Mhm.
that's one that I don't agree with. And then I'm over saying that, oh, he's not taking Suarez off. Like I understand, unless Suarez takes himself off or we're up by 1 million and Suarez has scored 3 times, like Suarez isn't coming off. So there's just a lot of things that he needs to clean up. But I mean, how many times are we going to say that he needs to clean up on just substitutions? Substitutions are something that shouldn't be very difficult for you to manage as a coach, and it seems to be the same thing game in and game out with Mascherano's not knowing how to make proper subs.
And the disappointing part is that Wednesday it felt like he or the last match, it felt like he
Yeah.
did such a good job against Pumas.
Yep.
And we were praising him. We were saying,
Shouldn't
wow,
praise him. That's the problem. That was fault. That we were like,
we got ahead of ourselves.
Did you guys hear
He-
the Heron Heads? They said
That's right.
I did great.
Got to his head.
And tonight was back to same old mash. Like you said, Dave, not just not timely subs, but also substituting the wrong people to the average person. Allende was just atrocious tonight, and you can set out a good lineup, but you have to see how it plays out. And even the broadcast mentioned, and the broadcast wasn't too much to write home about, but even the broadcast mentioned, like, I was surprised that Mascherano didn't make substitutions or changes, they said. And my first thought was, you shouldn't be surprised. This is how it's been all season. But secondly, I agreed because given what happened against Pumas, you were like, okay, he made substitutes at an appropriate time at halftime in that match. And tonight, while we grew into the game, and I agree with you, Chris, that we were getting in under Orlando's skin to a certain extent, and they were picking up some yellow cards. It felt like momentum had shifted. Overall, like it wasn't that, like, we didn't generate much. So something needed to change. Allende just was brutal in the first half. He should have come off at halftime. And Allen and Falcon looked out of sorts.
To back your point about not generating much, we had 0.69 xG, and Orlando had 2.55.
Oh yeah, Orlando could have easily had 6 goals tonight.
For as bad as Ustadi played, he made some saves that kept this 4-1.
Yeah.
Him and the post.
Unreal, man.
And David, you mentioned the midfield playing very well. I agree, they played very well, not only in their positions, but they also saved the back line 2 to 3 times that I could count and that I could remember. Rodrigo De Paul was back there at some point, and then Busi as well. Although it ended up being a goal, but Busi had to clean up back there. That was the one that Ustadi missed it. I think the only area that the attacker could have shot the ball, and he did, and then Ustadi missed it. So, but yeah, our midfield kept coming back, and Busi did towards the end of the match play as a third center back. So I get it, but yeah, it's poor showing from that back line.
And that's not even mentioning Yannick Bright, who probably is the best graded player on the team today. And you had I thought Segovia played decent. Like he didn't do anything. He didn't break the game either way, but when you look at the other positions in this team, like yeah, he probably was the worst graded of the midfielders, but his floor was higher than the floor of the other positions. It's just it stinks because man, you finally feel like you've squared away one position group, and then the back line, which had been playing pretty decent together, we had a consistent four that we had been counting on, and this was it today. This is the back line that we've been clamoring for. Alba, Falcon, Noah Allen, and Ian Frey. We finally get that back line, and then the center backs are just atrocious today. You don't count on that.
And Alba was atrocious today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alba, I think might have been one of his worst matches that we've
I
ever
agree.
seen him in pink.
He looked very cello-like tonight.
Oh, but if you get this midfield, the way that this midfield plays, and the back line that we got today, you think that, oh man, you're pretty much set. You're gonna find your way to victory because not only are you gonna be able to score, but that's gonna be able to defend quite well. And neither was the truth in this one.
And what would you if okay? So we had the back line, Dave, like you said that we all like hands down, right? Maybe, nah, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. This is the midfield that we're gonna have, right? This is it right here. The only guy we're missing is Messi. Do you think Messi alone can put this team over the top against a team that's playing like Orlando right now?
I would like to say this is a bad night for the back line. I don't think we've seen that group play bad together at any point. Like Alba's worst match. Noah Allen's coming back from injury, so I'm assuming that he's going to be getting more up to speed moving forward. Maybe that's what this match was. It was just kind of just getting the rough patch out for all these guys coming back from injury, and they'll be better moving forward.
Rodrigo didn't play very well either.
Agreed.
I mean, I do expect there you go. I do expect a lot from him, right? I mean, he's one of the guys that literally just got brought over from Atletico Madrid. You'd think that, like, you know, and obviously, you know, it was a bad game. It was a bad game for everybody all around. And SofaScore's ratings today are just so weird. You know, it's going to be funny to go over them because it's wacky.
Before we do that, you're talking about the midfield, how it looks, and
I was just posing the question, Messi. like if Messi would change today's.
Yeah. So in that subject, what does the lineup look like? Do we? I know the answer, but do we think Mascherano actually makes a play or a change to maybe take Allende out and put Messi in that area and keep that midfield as it is? Because the midfield is strong. In my opinion, that's a very, very strong midfield. But does he make that call?
I don't think so. I think that if somebody comes off, it's one of, and then I disagree with it, but it'll be either Segovia or Yannick Bright. Those will be the ones that'll be coming off for Messi, because that front seems to be what he's content with, and he doesn't seem to want to tinker with any other possibility outside of Allende. Much to our chagrin, that seems to be his MO, is just running with Allende and running with Suarez, and there's nothing you can do to convince him otherwise. And the ones that he's been willing to rotate has been Segovia and Yannick Bright. So they'll be taking turns taking a seat for when Messi comes back, and Messi needs to start. There's no debate there. It's just, man, you got to be able to put your best people out there night in and night out, and we're not doing it.
I think did you answer my question, first of all?
Well, Messi question.
He questioned after I said the question.
I thought he was answering it. I thought he was answering the question, but then he kind of did spin it off to another question.
Yeah, I was like, wow, incredible.
Who cares? No one cares.
No one even knew you asked the question anymore.
It's true. You did right now what I always do, which I was like, I'm not listening to anything they just said, but here's my question. Boom. But I do think that, like, what was your question?
Jesus Christ.
He said when Messi comes back, do you think that it messes up the midfield?
Yeah, no.
What does the lineup look like, basically?
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, it would be Bright right now, because that's just what Mascherano has shown. But what's interesting is I think the more that Bright keeps up his good form, I think he might be putting himself in that position to make him second guess that. You know, I think he feels more comfortable with Velasco there, but I have a feeling that as Bright continues to get better and better, and kind of have a little juice flowing with that midfield. Perhaps he could see, he could make sure that he stays on the pitch with Messi.
Yeah, I think it is Bright. I think you're right, Jose. Not that that's the right answer, but I think that that's
Right.
what Mascherano would be most likely to do. Some sort of like a 4-4-2 with Segovia out on the left, Allende out on the right, and Messi and Suarez somehow up top. Yeah, I think the correct thing would be to take Allende off and have Messi play as a proper right wing, and keep that midfield that we had today of Bright, Busquets, and RDP, because I think that's such a powerful midfield. And yeah, I mean, I don't know the extent of Messi's injury, right? They have been pretty tight-lipped about it as per usual, but the broadcast mentioned like 1 or 2 matches that he might be back. I don't know.
The latest rumor I heard was next weekend he could possibly be back.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
much
thought he'd be
weight
back
there
for
is on that.
for Leagues Cup. That's what I've always heard.
Right, so that would put him back for the 20th, which is in 10 days, next Wednesday. But yeah, I mean, Allende's just looked worse every match. Like, it started with, his touch is pretty bad. Tonight it was his touch, it was his passing, his shots have not been good. When he opts to shoot, I don't think he actually took a shot tonight. I think everything when he got in dangerous areas was a pass or he was trying to take an extra touch, and nothing even got off.
I think he tripped over the ball at one point.
Well, yeah, his form is so bad. Like, it's just, there's no confidence at all in pretty much anything he does.
He had a great pass from Segovia too at some point, and he loses control. He can't get the right footing. I don't know exactly what it is, but
he can't corral the ball. That's the problem. He can't at any moment. It doesn't matter if it's on the run, if it's like a stop and go. Like, he has trouble just maintaining the ball, and that's an issue when you have defenders all over you. You're gonna cough it up, and then he had one chance where he had a good chance for a shot, but then having to really focus to take that shot, that little hesitation allowed the defender to come in and close the gap.
I don't know if you're talking about the one that it was an awkward bounce and it kind of bounced over the defender, and he actually, to his credit, he anticipated that and he ran straight past the defender, and he had an open opportunity at it, and he just took a horrible touch, or he just tripped over. It was just a very strange play for him, and he could have had a wide open one-on-one opportunity against the goalkeeper. What are you gonna do?
At this point that Henry's making here, I was gonna bring it up later, but it's a good point. So he says he's still happy that many of the title contenders lost this week, so the points still can be reachable. It's true. I mean, Nashville lost, Philly. Actually, I didn't see what the final score of Philly was tonight, but Nashville lost.
Cincinnati, I think, lost as
Cincinnati tied, I believe. No.
Cincinnati lost 1-0 to Charlotte.
Oh, it was Philly that tied. Sorry, Philly that tied. Cincinnati lost. So yeah, I mean, it's okay to say that. Yeah, it's not as bad because all this happened, but
not the end of the world. But
we had a perfect opportunity to really jump up this week, and we failed at it.
It was tough though. It was a tough game. Ultimately, they're in excellent form. You know, they want to stick it to us. They definitely did. The crowd was super into it. I mean, the profanities were flying in the crowd. They stayed very classy throughout the match. It was, it's just one of those rivalry games, and they smell blood. I mean, ultimately they smell blood. We're not, our best players are not on the field. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, you hope that they would have continued the last game's form, but they were aggressive to our back line. They were trying to take advantage of the sweeper keeper Ustadi, and you know, somebody had posed the question about Henry, if you guys think Rocco should have continued over Ustadi, with Rocco kind of having some sort of good form the last few games. I don't know. Maybe that could have helped, maybe not.
I disagree. I mean, we've seen, I think Ustadi at his best is better than Rocco at his best. Like, we've just started to see Rocco perform serviceably, but there's a lot of deficiencies in Rocco's game that you don't have in Ustadi. Ustadi can usually command the box quite a bit better than Rocco. And it was a bad match. I mean, Ustadi hasn't played in a while, and you kind of expect it, but I'm upset that the club hasn't done anything really to do anything about this position. The rumor over the weekend was that uh, teams are inquiring about Drake, and it looks like he might be on his way out. But we knew Drake wasn't the answer coming into this season. So the fact that this whole window, the only thing was Rodrigo de Paul, like there's more needs in this club than just Rodrigo de Paul. Like we could have done more to really improve, and especially at goalkeeper. Goalkeeper and striker are two spots where, like, if you have zero plans on using Owando, you need to acquire another attacker. And if you know that Drake isn't the guy, you need to at least start sniffing around for other goalkeepers. So whether it's Ustadi or Rios Novo, I think we're kind of stuck with mediocrity at best in net.
And that's going to lead perfectly to my answer, is that I have no allegiance to any of these goalkeepers. So I don't really care who plays. In my opinion, they should stick to the hot hand. Rios Novo was playing already for a few weeks now. He had the hot hand. They should have probably stayed with him. Ustadi looks super slow out there today. Obviously, he's coming back from his injury. Maybe not the best game to put him back in against your biggest rival and one of the top 5 teams in the league. So again, I don't really care at this point who starts. I think we've seen bad from all of them. We've seen good from all of them. They've all had their peaks and troughs. So go with the hot hand, in my opinion. Just keep it riding. And Ustadi just looked slow tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ustadi is your starting keeper over Rios Novo, and if that's the case, if he's fit to play, you play him. He's going to be rusty, and I don't think the defense did him any favors tonight. I mean, he should have saved some of the goals that went in tonight, but he also saved goals that should have gone in and could have potentially gone in against Rios Novo. Who's to say? But yeah, I mean, I think Ustadi is going to be the guy unless if someone is brought in. So if he's ready to go, he's got to be the one to go, and he has to command the back line better. He has to do way better with his clearances, especially if he's coming out and there's dangerous players on the other side like Muriel. But yeah, I mean, Ustadi's gonna be our goalkeeper, guys. Like, it's not gonna be Rios Novo, and he's not gonna like get hot and like hit this run of form. It's just unlikely to happen. So I was fine with Ustadi being back in net. If he's good to go, he's our guy.
He just didn't look good to go. That's the problem.
Well,
that's my
agreed,
that's
but that's you like we as fans can only have as much faith, with this club. And if they say that these players are good to go, like you gotta put some weight in that.
I also don't have faith in Mascherano, so there's that too.
I almost wonder if they kind of see if Drake can play and see how that would go.
I have a feeling we've seen the last.
Yeah,
we've seen the last of Drake in this club. I don't think he's gonna ever play another match for us.
No.
It's just the way that by the way of the league rules and stuff, it doesn't make sense to have a player that you're not going to utilize on the squad. If like you see it in Europe all the time, that there are so many different tournaments that there are players who have fallen out of favor, but they'll play in a lesser tournament just because they have them on their club. But we don't have that. We have such a small group that you kind of have to play your guys, and if they're not your guys, they're not going to play. It's unfortunately it's just the way it is.
Well, Mike B asked that he wants to see the man of the match and least of the.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
And now it's time for Jose's most and least of the match, presented by SofaScore.
Did you have to cut me off? I mean, I was getting to that. You're on mute.
Even better.
Yeah,
it was so perfect.
All right, guys. So the man of the match, least of the match. Who do you got? Least of the match.
Least of the match. I'm gonna go with.
Wrote a bunch of guys' names down, so you're not gonna be able to catch me off guard.
I'll go with Alba. Alba played really bad tonight. I thought he got burned often. He was in bad position, and he didn't really do anything on the attack at all.
I would love for Jose to be like, how can you see him scramble?
I'm circling in. I'm writing Chris.
I'm gonna say Suarez. Did we bash Suarez yet? No, not yet, but it's coming.
I'm gonna go with Ustari. Anytime you allow that many goals, especially when one is point blank in the near post, you're making my shit list today.
No one
You
said
know,
Allende. Crazy.
You know, you're
That's
wrong,
crazy.
David, and you're wrong, Julio. Chris is the only one that's right. Noah Allen had a 5.8, had a terrible game, which is funny. You guys
So
are
bad.
literally like we're saying it throughout the podcast. You're saying how
center
like
backs so
terrible
bad.
our center backs and our backline did, and then you just
We
went-
get one
swerved
guess. We can't list 5
it.
players
You
that were all the
swerved
least of
it.
the
You
match.
literally said this was the worst Alba game you've ever seen, and you didn't even say Alba.
I
You like
literally
Chris,
said Alba.
Chris did. Well,
Chris was first.
you're right. Noah Allen 5.8. Terrible game for Noah Allen. I don't know, man. He's got to get he's got to get his swagger back. It's not looking good.
His
I don't know.
captain swagger.
He'll be fine. He's coming back from injury.
You'll
I
be
believe in
fine.
him.
You sure about that?
He'll be fine. He'll
You
be
sure
fine.
about that?
You sure about that?
He'll be
Yeah,
good.
I don't know, man.
It's Captain Noah, baby. Leave him
yeah.
alone.
Captain Noah. Yeah, I don't know.
Captain
Nice.
He couldn't find a good
Captain
joke.
Noah.
I was gonna try and say something witty, but
The thing is, like, I don't want to pick Noah Allen because he's done so well for us this year. I refuse to just call him out. But you know what? If he stinks again next match,
he sucked today. It was really bad.
yeah.
Alba 6.3. Chris, you're right. He was the second worst player in the team. Which is funny if we actually put some substitutes in there. I don't know, I hate to tell you, other guys had pretty bad games too.
Oh wait, but you're counting substitutes?
No, I'm not. But if I did, Fafa will be in the list because he
Played like what did he play?
did
20
nothing.
minutes.
He did nothing. Falcon 6.4, Frey 6.4, Rodrigo De Paul 6.4, Allende 6.8, which you guys were literally bashing Allende. You didn't say Allende 6.8, Busi 6.7.
What did
Very pedestrian game for everybody. Pretty much.
I mean,
Yeah,
anytime
we
you get
lost
your-
4-1.
You get your butt beat.
Very pedestrian all around. Man of the
on the
match.
scoreboard.
A lot of
Who do you guys
midfield. A lot of midfielders there for us praising the midfield earlier. That's
Man of the
it's
match.
Sofa score.
This feels gross even picking Yannick Bright. Goal
He had a
scorer.
goal today.
That's
today.
right.
So yeah, it makes sense. Go ahead,
I'm
Dave.
gonna go with Luis Suarez. Because why not? He seems to
he's
always
always
do
up
well.
there.
You also said he was the worst. So that makes
I didn't say he was the worst.
Chris?
That was this guy.
Well, let's be different. Let's pick my favorite player right now on this
Cello.
team is Delasco Segovia. I know he's not going to be up there, but screw it.
He is. I literally mentioned the whole team, and so I didn't mention him. So yeah, he's up there. Suarez 7.5. He's the man of the match.
Stupid.
Bright 7.3. Ustadi 7.4.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
insane.
crazy.
He made saves.
That's crazy.
but
I think he just had so many opportunities.
Agreed.
Goals, man.
Agreed.
Dude, 2.55 xG. I mean,
That's why this is Jose's segment, because it's just nonsensical.
This
at
makes
times.
no sense, just on a whim. And I said it at some point on the Discord, and literally everybody just walked right past it. And I thought it was a
You
pretty
said
funny
what?
thing. I said I hate it when the announcers say Darby. So I was up
Plural
at
Darby.
Wait, what does that have to do with
the
anything?
announcer whenever he said Darby.
It's,
So stupid.
it's a -1 to everyone's Silva score.
Who
when
says
they
that?
say Darby?
Yeah, Darby. Who's? Why do we say that? Why do we say that?
It's just what you do.
Why?
Because that's
It's
the
what
way
you
it's
do.
said.
Stupid.
It's
All
just
right.
the way it's said.
Why are words words?
It's a Derby, not Darby.
But
Dumb.
in the UK, they say Darby. How do you want to?
Thank you, Waldo, man. Yeah, it's just stupid. Whatever. Bright 7.3, Ustadi 7.4, and Segovia 7.1. Also, least of the match, we had a 53% possession. Least of the match for that too.
Wait a minute.
He
So
did
we were
nothing
right.
with it.
We were right with our predictions. I got the best.
I'm
of
gonna
the match,
start
and Chris-
saying
and
things that I
Chris-
hate, and I'm gonna put on least of the match.
Least of the match, bad stat.
Jose's least of the match. It is. Yeah. I mean, Suarez. I don't even know how Suarez got the rating today, because his usual stat padding things of like making passes and doing things outside of scoring goals, he wasn't doing anything tonight.
He drew a
11
yellow.
touches.
He drew a yellow. He nutmegged the guy. That's pretty cool.
It's +1.
That's about
He
it.
had multiple horrible passes.
He didn't have a yellow.
Yeesh,
He did not have a yellow.
just don't understand.
Bright was worthy for
He
his
almost
first
punched.
for his
he
first
lit-
Inter
he
Miami
literally
goal.
almost punched Fafa in the face.
Unbelievable.
I didn't see that.
Almost.
For absolutely no reason.
Oh,
'Cause
he
it
guys,
was his fault.
he
No,
almost
Chris,
he
Chris, that was
almost
a horrible
killed
transition.
he almost killed the Orlando goalkeeper.
Oh, that was a fantastic
did.
shot.
Oh my
He
god!
put his life on the line. As
Several
the
times.
podcast reminded us multiple times, he put his life on the line saving Suarez's shot.
I'm gonna tell you,
His
if you
life
if
and
you would have
career.
scored that, all is forgiven.
His
Agreed.
knee ripped through his sock. That's what
His
the,
knee
that's
is
what the
on the
announcers did.
line.
Ew.
That was a great shot, and it was a great save.
Yeah, it was.
But it was
Yeah.
a bit
And then they
dramatic.
started
by the
saying
broadcast.
F Suarez at the end. I was like, what?
Oh, my
what do
favorite,
you-
my
what do
favorite
you
was like
do?
everybody was like attending to the guy and Suarez is just berating him.
Because he
Rightly
knew it was all
so.
fake.
Rightly
Why did
so.
you
How
stop
could
that?
you save that?
Just let it go in, you jerk.
Would have been such a beautiful highlight.
The guy had a
Pick it
little
up, I'm gonna
scrape
bite
on
you
his
in
knee,
the
a little
face.
boo boo.
He was so fine 5 minutes later.
I mean, he risked his life and career. It was like it was
He,
an MLS
he was
miracle.
rejuvenated.
It was a Darby miracle.
So
Horrible,
stupid.
man.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Bright, kudos to him, man. First Inter Miami goal. And got us right back into the match.
Yeah,
But
he's
that-
just a beast in the midfield, man. He everything
What
going
a
towards
shot.
him is stopped. The shot was beautiful. He didn't even
He one timed it.
one time to just straight in. I mean, amazing. And we don't see that from him. We never. When was the last time we saw him in the box or like right outside?
So
as close as he was
he's been
today. We don't
creeping
see
up.
that.
He's been
Yeah.
creeping up the last couple matches. I'm like,
Since
this is
DePaul-
getting a
since-
little spicy.
Since DePaul got here, he's been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think Bright, I mean, of all the players, has the most to learn from DePaul, I think.
Yeah.
I think
He's
they can potentially play a similar style. Obviously, I don't think Bright could ever get to DePaul level, but if he can like tighten up his offense a little bit, he'd be a very complete player.
Like today,
Like by MLS
it was
standards.
beautiful.
Yeah, the goal is beautiful. His passing sometimes can be a little errant and just be off the mark, but generally speaking, like
He's
he
improved, though.
takes possession really well. He drives up the pitch really well, and his passing is his
He
short
rushes.
passing is good enough.
He rushes his passing when
Yes.
it gets to the transition, then to the attack. That's what I've noticed. He gets a little antsy on the ball, and then he feels like he has to launch it forward, and that's why you get erratic passes because like the lanes haven't opened up or anything yet. So he does rush those a bit.
Yeah, and he doesn't have that pinpoint passing to really like
Right.
Julio just said short passing. He doesn't have pinpoint passing to really pass it, more than like the 15, 20 yards ish. He just his short passing is solid though. But if he could kind of develop that, would it be interesting?
Yeah,
Needs to-
just like Dave said, like if he can just calm his mind and just see more
Mhm.
clearly, then
Mhm.
everything would fall into place for him. He
Yeah.
was, to me, the bright spot of today, along with Frey. I thought Frey was pretty good. I was surprised his rating was so low. He shut down
Defender.
Angulo for big stretches of this match. Yeah,
The whole
you're
stretch
probably
of the match. Angulo didn't have much of a.
no, and man, when Angulo got played in behind and it was just a dead sprint, and Frey was clearly beat,
Mhm.
but still managed to get back and make the tackle on a play on the ball. I
A
thought that was
clean-
such a great.
Clean tackle.
Yes, I
He
thought
took a-
that was.
How many
such an
times have we
incredible
seen
play.
that happen to Cello and he just like
Oh,
either
forget about it.
annihilates the guy or is just like left in the dust?
Forget about it.
Would have probably annihilated the guy.
Yeah, he took a great angle on that, and like you said, clean tackle.
Yeah,
Right,
so
just-
Brighton Frey. I mean, those are our favorite players, right? Outside of like the big ones,
Yeah,
those guys are awesome, man.
Yeah.
They really like play for the badge.
I love the fire
Uh,
that Frey brings. He's always talking crap to people, getting into people's faces after he makes plays like that, and you need that in this team sometimes. You need that fire, especially in a derby, right?
Yeah, I love his length too. Like seeing him there against Angulo, like it just felt like he was imposing, and he even looks more imposing when you see him compared to the rest of our back line, which seems to be pretty diminutive. So it's something that we need to look for when we do make additions because we have to keep adding to that back line. This can't be our back line. We can't live with Noah. I like as much as we like Noah Allen, he can't be the long-term answer at center back. Like he's too small, for being honest. But he can't be the long-term answer there. And Falcon as well. Falcon's just a short-term player.
Do you guys, curiously speaking, do you prefer
Yes.
what? Do you prefer Allende or
Say it.
Taylor.
what?
Say it.
Do it. Say it.
Or Robert Taylor?
No, but say it in one sentence in one go.
No.
I don't know what you
Taylor.
said.
Robert
Who
Taylor.
do you prefer? You prefer Robert Taylor or Allende?
Yeah. Robert Taylor.
I prefer Allende.
I prefer Allende too.
I want to say I prefer Allende. I've seen him push up way more. I know he flubs it all the time, but Robert Taylor is like, it's just always that hot and cold thing, more cold than hot.
He never got
And-
behind defenses. If
That's
we're
what
honest.
I was gonna say. He
Didn't
didn't
happen.
really get behind defenses like Allende
He got,
does.
he got to the corners and then he turned around and then
He was
passed
the
it back.
paciest player on our team, but he didn't have Allende's speed. And Allende, I think, was a better finisher around in the box. He's in a bad run of play right now, but Allende, bad run of form. But
He's
Allende's
just
been
sucking right now.
historically-
which is shame, you know.
historically Allende's been pretty good at closing in the box. Whereas Robert Taylor, he usually is from the corner of the box. He would have nice shots on, like he'd have like nice benders and things like that. And that was inconsistent. While
Also-
Allende has bad matches, Robert Taylor would just vanish.
Also,
I also like Allende's
Taylor had
size.
Robert Taylor had good Luis Suarez with him, right? Whereas Allende has bad Luis Suarez. So it's something to be said because right now, unfortunately, like honestly, right now the offense, if we're gonna push forward on any wing, it's gonna be with Allende, and there's a lot of pressure there. There's a lot of pressure there. Where
Robert Taylor didn't play a whole lot last year. With
Was
good
Luis Suarez good Luis Suarez because of Robert Taylor?
You're crazy. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
Wow. Say Darby. You know?
Say Darby.
Jonathan Stromberg is saying Frey is lacking pace, it seems. I don't think so. I think.
Have you seen Cello out there?
Yeah, I think his pace is fine. I really truly believe that Angulo is extremely fast. It doesn't help. But even when he's driving up the pitch in the attack, I thought he's pretty good. Like David said last
I don't know why you guys hate Cello
episode,
so
he's
much.
silky. He's silky smooth.
I think Cello could be a tank sometimes too, like
Sometimes you don't need a tank.
That's purely profiling.
This is soccer.
It's just because he looks stocky.
He's stocky.
He's a
He will
bulldog,
literally,
he's a bulldog.
Where's the baggy shorts?
Gets people off the ball pretty well. Today we saw Frey do it, and let's be honest, we're all like, "Wow, he could do it." He never does.
No
that.
one said that.
No.
I said that for sure. I was like, "Wow, he can do that."
No, this. We kept saying, "Wow,
Wow,
this
we
is
could
why
do
we
that.
like him."
Why did they call it a Darby?
No, that was my next thought. I was like, "Why is he saying Darby? So stupid." Yeah,
Like a
and
frog.
frogs eat mosquitoes, and left wings are basically mosquitoes to him. So he's eating them up. You know what I mean? Oh, he runs like a frog. Now he runs like a frog.
He would make
Well, there's this
a
frog
great
that runs
pest
in the
bro.
water and is
He would
very
make
fast.
a great
So,
pest bro as a frog.
That's right.
yeah,
Oh,
there's
boy.
this very fast frog. It just runs on the water. So
I'm running out of things to ideate on this Darby.
let's go to the next game.
What's up next, Christopher?
Oh, man, that's what I was gonna check now because
And
I
spin it around
really
the
have no idea. I haven't
I
looked
believe
at
it's
it.
the
Great.
Galaxy.
This is great.
Oh, it is the Galaxy, and it is Saturday at 7:30. Back to the horrible 8 o'clock is such a good time. 7:30,
Is-
7 o'clock.
It,
not
let
good.
me tell you something. It is such a good time. Still managed to miss the first 2 goals because they
Well-
happened so quickly tonight.
Within 5 minutes, what are you gonna do?
So yeah, we play LA, who's been playing really, really good in my opinion lately. They actually played tonight at they're playing right now against the Sounders. I don't even know what's going
Do
on
we
there. but
play here or there?
Aki.
we play here, Chase Stadium. So that's good. So yeah, they're a good team. Paintsel, Peck,
Jose's favorite
bad.
players.
a lot
The
of speed on that team.
P-Bros.
A lot of speed on that team. I think we have to see
Paintsel is it's rough.
I think we got to see Frey again out there. I think he matches up well with them.
You don't want to see him
Paints
against the
Peck.
Frog?
Paints and Peck. It's a very interesting dynamic we're gonna play against.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Against Alba and Frey. You scared of that? I'm not scared of that.
I'm not scared of that. Ultimately, I'm not. I think today was an outlier. You know, we can have a bad game. I think typically we stack up well against
They're
these
losing
type of,
1-0 right now, by the way.
Perfect.
so they're gonna
I
have
mean,
a lot to prove.
they haven't been good by any means this season. They've been really bad. I just think lately their form has been a little better than normal, but they've had a horrible season. They're last, I think, in the whole league right now.
I like to think that this match was Mascherano really getting these guys who haven't played much lately, dipping their toes in and getting them more ready for the Leagues Cup, because I do think that it's important for us to try to win. So I think that if he gets these guys ready for Leagues Cup matches, like they're gonna have to get playing time. And one thing that hasn't really been discussed is Baltasar Rodriguez found his way onto the pitch as well.
Woohoo! And he stayed on the pitch.
I think that's somebody that they want to get going, especially if Allende is struggling. That might be somebody to look at who could possibly replace some of Allende's playing time. So hopefully he can string together practices and matches while staying fit, and we'll hopefully be able to see somebody replace Allende.
No, just to correct Wild Nomad real quick, Sun isn't in
Other LA.
Galaxy. He's in LAFC, so we will not be seeing him.
When does he start playing?
He already did.
Started already.
Oh, really?
He drew a penalty that was the actual game winner the other day.
Yep,
That's correct.
So somebody said it. Not that I agree with it. I just thought it was an interesting perspective. I saw it on
Oh boy,
on Twitter. They what? I haven't even said it.
oh,
We're just bracing ourselves.
Okay. So somebody said that they think that Sun when he starts selling, he starts getting a lot of Apple TV sales, that it may be more than how many Messi brought in, just because of the Asian fan base.
No.
And how little they have of Apple TV.
I'm pretty sure Messi has more Asian fans than Sun.
Wow.
Oh, just think of the global fan base, and Messi is just
No, I'm just, I
the
don't know
biggest
what
following in the world. Like him and Ronaldo have the two biggest followings. It's not him, Ronaldo, and Youngmin Son. Like that. That's just
how
laughing.
many
There's
did that
also-
convert into actual.
There's also in like the Venn diagram of fans, Messi attracted so many at the beginning, some of which were probably Sun fans, whereas now Sun's just getting just the Sun fans.
The remaining Sun fans,
Right, which is great for Apple, but
Yeah,
I
they
think-
should
I
try to
don't
get
think- I don't
multiple
think it will
good
be.
players in here and get
That's-
as
that's
many
good.
fan bases to watch.
it makes no
I think
sense.
he
to
was.
limit it.
I think he was signed to the perfect club, and it's probably went into
Perfect
his
club.
decision. I think it was a perfect city to be in for him, just because of the Asian population in the area.
Any of the West Coast,
Yeah, anywhere in the West Coast. So that I do agree with. I think that was great for him.
Seattle,
and for the,
Vancouver, those are
yeah.
places with pretty high.
yeah, just West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Pacific
Right.
Coast teams.
Right.
Yeah. So LA Galaxy is up next. Yeah, their form has been fine. Depending on what happens tonight. The previous 5 matches before that, draw, loss, win, draw. They've had obviously a very poor season after winning the MLS Cup. And yeah, we'll see what Mascherano throws out there. I think a lot of it is just the team didn't perform tonight. And Mascherano didn't adapt to that at all. So it's a failure on both fronts.
It could be that they went to Heron Heads.
That's open already.
Just go with it. My God,
No way that's open. We're still
It's,
August.
say yes.
It's like those people that want to put
Probably
Halloween
is.
decorations during the summer. Like,
Let me guess, Jose. Did you go to Starbucks and ask for a pumpkin spice latte?
Did that start already?
I don't know.
It
You
is
would
in
know.
Japan.
Just go with it.
Just say yes.
All right. Any closing sentiments here?
Football.
Yeah, go get a floof ball. Use code Heron Heads, 10% off your whole order. Make for great stress balls for evenings like tonight.
I think is La Peluca here?
ooh,
Ooh.
calling out La Peluca.
Oh. All right, this is ridiculous.
Fluka.
They can't take this seriously.
What do you want Beluga for? I don't understand.
We're
Play
literally
the
playing
Galaxy. Make a
Galaxy.
prediction.
We just
Oh, we're doing
talked about
predictions.
Well, we
And
got
then
Make
we're
me a
doing
bicycle clown.
it. I mean,
guys.
you totally forgot what we're doing here.
There's no midweek game.
There's no.
Oh, I guess.
Jose's
Wait.
all over the place.
Jose's just
All
trying
right.
to get
Thanks
into
for tuning into the Heron Heads podcast. Your first stop for all things
I mean,
Inter
I'm
Miami.
nervous.
Go visit floofball.com. Use code Heronheads for 10% off your first purchase. Powered by 786 Sports. I don't know. There's too many things to remember. Inter Miami got their butts kicked. And we'll see you on Wednesday to preview LA Galaxy and beyond. So till then, have a good night. And yeah, we'll see you then.